Go live. So where's share video link? Live with Manga and Minecraft. Come join me for a chill manga and stream. I'm just making sure everybody can join. I don't know how much Minecraft will do or how much manga will do. It's a bit of potluck this. So right, close. Right, so where is chat? Chat doesn't want to wait. Oh, there we go. Hi guys. So let's have a look. Get this up. Resume game. What we'll do is we'll just play around for a bit, and then we'll, if people pop in. Oh, there's a guy in my bed. Get out of my bed. So what am I doing in Minecraft? I am walking off the side. Actually, I haven't played Minecraft in that long. I don't even remember what I was going to do. I vaguely remember I was going to build... oh, I've got cocoa beans. I vaguely remember I was going to build some kind of storage area underneath this thing. Why is the people on fire? No! See, if I wasn't there, you would have all died. I think I'm going to turn this into a storage area. I feel like it's... Oh, there's people getting killed. There's people getting killed. How did you get in there? Oh, somebody's dead now. Just started reading Cells at Work Code Black to do Cells at Work. I'm really far behind on Cells at Work Code Black. I think the last one I read was volume 4 or 5. And I'll just keep buying them, but I'm just not reading it. I don't know why. It's just kind of like... I love the series to bits, but I just haven't really had any intention to sit down and just read it anymore. I really don't know why. I think I'm going to turn this into like a storage area. And all of this into a storage area, I think. But yeah, Cells at Work Code Black is so good. I'm still waiting for Kodansha to actually announce that when they're going to release the last volume for Cells at Work itself, because that's been due for a long time now. And I mean a long time. It's like... It's... I mean, I think the last one came out June last year, and I know it's a whole COVID one, but it sells at work and it sells well, so I don't really know why they haven't even just announced that it's going to come out. Hey McPuffin man, how's it going? I can hear something drinking, drowning, one of the two. This is just a test stream as well. I'm kind of like, I've been wanting to get back into streaming since my shift now allows me to have like a regular streaming, at least maybe once or twice a week, without it kind of like affecting anything. So I'm kind of I'm kind of using this as a testy one. I know in terms of analytics, people have said that doing live streams really affects you like over like stuff. So I might kind of do a few on here and a few on what do you call it, Twitch as well. I think if it's more of a gaming one, I might just do it on Twitch. Anything else I'll do on this. I have read volume 1 of Gigant, and I have got volume 2, but I haven't read it. It was one that I wanted to do a massive video on, but I just kind of like, I just couldn't be bothered, to be honest. Just like, I just never went back to reading it. I know Zach from YouTube Shelf just like swears by it, and it looks really good, but I mean, I enjoyed volume 1, but I think I might just wait until it's all over and all released, and I'll see if I can maybe get into a bundle or something like that, because like I said, it's one of those ones. I enjoyed it. I don't think I'm going to get it physically. Originally I wanted to get it physically, but I think I've decided against getting it physically for now. But yeah, I will go back to it, and at some point. I don't know when, but I will go back to it at some point. Right, what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn this into a little bit more of a natural. So do. This is going to be like a natural path going in here, and I'm going to make this into like a storage area. So we'll access it coming down here. Do, and then we'll have to turn, so we can keep that. But yeah, I enjoyed Volume 1 of Gigant, or Gigants, or whichever way you want to call it. But I just wasn't inclined to pick up any more of it, like straight away for some reason. Or read more of it straight away, but it might be a more correct way of putting it. But there wasn't anything bad with it, it was just kind of like, I was just not fussed to kind of read it. That tends to be my case. It's just like a lot of things I just kind of like, I start reading them. It's like, say, Tokyo Revengers, I read the first volume, loved it, bought volume 2 and just never went back to it. It's because it's all digital stuff. Obviously if it was physical I probably would have read it more, but I am slowly working through my digital stuff. Very slowly, and I mean very, very slowly, because it's like I'm probably reading like one digital volume a week, and I'm saying that I binged all of Call Me Can't Communicate in like a few days last week, just because that's an easy to read one. It's a really fun one. It's another one I want to do another video on, because I did like an initial impressions of it and I never went back to actually do a full thing, but it's it was one I really enjoyed, so I might go back. I'm kind of thinking maybe do something with that and Batamote, rather than do 2 separate videos for each one. I might just do them into a combined thing, since that seems to be working better for me to do bigger videos than it is just to do everything separately. But that's just my opinion at the moment. I'm not 100% sure what I'm doing. In terms of content for the channel, I'm working on the food manga one. I've got a haul video. I was going to record the haul video today, but then I kind of just decided not to. Which Japan only manga would you like to see officially released in English? I'm not gonna lie, if I don't have access to it, it's not on my radar. Keijo is like the only one that I can kind of remember off the top of my head that I would really like to buy. But I feel like that is like too far gone for it to ever come out. But like I said, I just read whatever everybody puts out, because I don't have time to read stuff that's not legally available to us. People shout about Blue Lock, but it's about football and it's a sports one, so I'm just kind of like, I'm not really that fussed, but that might be quite good. I mean, it sounds like it's one that's going to be a lot of like popular. To be honest, a lot of the series that I wanted got announced. What do you call it? March Comes In Like a Lion got announced, and Fist of the North Star's coming. And like I said, pretty much everything that I kind of was aware of that I wanted to read is coming out. Cowbarn. Oh, this was my list of stuff. Mineshaft, Windmill. But yeah, pretty much everything that I kind of wanted has been announced. So I'm kind of like, at this point, I'm just like, well, yeah, I'll just binge them rather than anything else. I'm thinking if to get into manga, can you recommend? Yes, get into manga. Hey, Danny. Yes, I can recommend getting into manga. I don't know if you want recommendations for starter manga. Oh, hi, Jordan. But yeah, one for me with the Seven Deadly Sins non-canon spin-offs. Seven Deadly Sins kind of got really bad though, didn't it? So I kind of like, you know what it is? I kind of feel like if a long-running manga finishes, I kind of want it to be done with it, and the author to move on to other stuff. I feel like there's far too many series out there that are just kind of gone, and they're kind of in the state of just existing because they were popular when they ended, and then they just kind of needed to be brought out, if that makes sense. I mean, Boruto, Dragon Ball Super, we're going to get a My Hero Academia sequel or whatever. Fairy Tail ended, then came back. All of these titles, none of them have ever been, I don't really feel like I would say that they've been really good. They're just kind of like, they're just there for people who love those series and they just want more of them. But for me, that does nothing for us. I mean, there's a lot of other series out there. I mean, we've kind of got more Prison School in terms of Raw Hero, but yeah, it's one of those ones where it's just kind of like, I would just like to have something new from the author rather than just kind of putting out more and more stuff of the same thing. But that might just be me. Especially when the series is pretty much done anyway, so that's the problem. The Attack on Titan ending was absolute shit. Well, quite frankly, I didn't really rate Attack on Titan that highly from the start, to be honest. I got about 3 or 4 chapters into it, I was just like, nah, this is just not for me. I've seen a few people who like Attack on Titan ending. I think they remade the ending. But yeah, I'm never gonna go back. Have you seen? I actually literally just watched The Hero is Overcautious Hero. I watched it. Was it last week? The week before? I read the first 2 volumes, and actually that's what the anime covers. But yeah, I actually just watched it last week or the week before, and yeah, it's fun. It's a fun enough series. It's one of those ones where it's just kind of like, I think by the end of the, it's one of those ones where it's good enough. It's not like anything amazing, but it's just like, it's not anything bad either. It's just one of those ones. It's one of those ones I think you can put on and you can just enjoy it for what it is. That's all I do with. In fact, I'm actually rating series higher if I can just put it on in the background and just enjoy it. Stuff that can just like, if it's got like, it's so easy to sit and watch it, I can absolutely enjoy that series rather than having to sit and focus on it. Because some nights I'm just coming in and I'm just like, I'm just crashed. I've just crashed and I just can't be bothered to focus on it. Speaking of anime, I watched the Demon Slayer movie the other day as well. I saw that at the cinema, and hey, Shay, yeah. I don't know why I keep repeating it. So yeah, I saw the Demon Slayer movie the other day, and it was fine. I'm not going to say it was one of my favourite things of all time. I enjoyed the manga for what it was, but I was like, I wouldn't say it's like one of my favourite series of all time or anything like that. It was just one of those series where I could enjoy it for what it was. The last battle dragged on quite a bit, but I think that'll be fixed in the anime, because obviously, well, it just kind of will be. It'll flow a lot better, and the movie was fine. It was very, very pretty. I really liked the OST. The actual story itself, I wasn't. Again, this is I wasn't that much of a fan of that arc in the actual like manga as well. It was just kind of like, it was just one of those ones where it was just like, yeah, it was fine, but it just kind of felt like it was the next arc is so good. It's just kind of like the next few arcs I would say are so good. So the Mugen Trainer was never one of my favourites in the manga, but yeah, it's a fine enough movie. I'm not going to lie and say it was one of my favourite movies of all time or anything. It was just a kind of a good enough series. Am I hunting anything in particular in the mines today? Not really. My plan was to turn all of this into some kind of giant warehouse of stuff, but I think this is kind of backfired because it's good. I'm just digging a massive hole. I should probably sort this out a little bit more. It's getting dark in there, so I'll just hide down here. Have I checked out Squid Girl? I have not checked out Squid Girl. Squid Girl was one of those series that when I first got into anime again, I remember seeing it like all over the place, and I can't remember if it was that or Princess Jellyfish that had like a special edition which came with like a with like it looked like a plush squid or jellyfish or something, and I really wanted that version, but I just never found it to buy again. It must be raining over there as well. Oh yeah, it is. Cool. It's raining through the floor. Is this Monster Girls? Yes, this is definitely Monster Girls. Absolutely. But yeah, did Princess Jellyfish even get an anime? Actually, I'm kind of seeing it's like maybe it's one of those ones where I kind of always assumed it had an anime, but I don't remember actually seeing if it had an anime or not. I'd like to watch a Squid Girl anime. Squid Girl, Princess Jellyfish anime even. It's one of those series that I'm just like, it's been on my list to read for like forever. I read again, much like Gigant, I read volume 1 of the omnibus editions that they released, and then just like never went back to it. And I really enjoyed it. It was one of those ones where I was like, when I was going through my top 50 manga, I was just like, I had like a massive short list of series where I was just like, oh, these probably should be on the list, but they're not on. And at first I felt kind of bad, but it was just, yeah, it was just kind of like, it was just one of those weird things where it was just like, I kind of had to be honest with that top 50 list. It was like, there was a lot of series on there which I kind of was just like there was stuff like Yu Yu Hakusho and Slam Dunk. I like both of those series, but I've not read them in so long, and I can't exactly put them couldn't put them on a list and just have vague recollections of nostalgia rule a top 50 list, and I thought that was just being too dishonest. And then, to be honest, I kind of thought, well, if I put them on, then that kind of worms like ones like Naruto and Bleach and Death Note into that list, and I was kind of like, it felt too shonen-y, and I was just like, I cut down, like, originally that top 50 list was supposed to be a top 100 list, and I got to about 80, and then there was about 10 Shonen Jump titles all bunched together, and I was just like, I can't sit there and go, yes, Naruto is better than Bleach because of this tiny reason, when I kind of don't really feel like either is better than each other. Is there any anime that I wish had more episodes? Well, I just finished watching Silver Spoon season 2, and yeah, I would like to see more of Silver Spoon. I know obviously the manga has finished, so yeah, I would like to see more Silver Spoon. I would like to see that finished off. Barakamon I would like to see finished off. I would love to see Prison School finished off. It's not going to happen, but I would love to see Prison School get a full adaptation. And what else is there? I can't think of anything off the top of my head. Why have I got this? What else is there? Monster Musume I would love to see more. There's so many series that I would just love to see more of. But to be honest, that's kind of why I got into manga. One of the reasons I really read a lot of manga now is because I'm just sick of series where we'll get one season of them, we'll not get anything more. So I'm just kind of like, well, my time's pretty precious, so it's like, if I can read a manga and enjoy it and get more content out of them, I'm probably going to enjoy that a little bit more. Did you watch Bottom Tier Character Tomozaki anime adaptation? Nope. I had every intention of watching it. However, it went on Funimation. I believe Funimation had it, and I don't have a Funimation account. So, anime seasonally is being very, very weird for me because I am really struggling to sit and actually watch stuff week on week. This is one of the things, because it's like, it's like people, obviously a lot of people don't like Netflix because of obviously what they do for obviously anime in terms of Netflix jail. I can completely understand that, but for me, I'm now kind of like, I prefer just to binge an entire series once it's done than watch stuff week on week. So I don't know why. Maybe it's because I'm not used to being able to binge manga and stuff like that. But what have I watched recently? I haven't watched anything like new. I started watching Odd Taxi from this season because it was like out of all of the ones this season, that was the one that kind of looked the best to me. But I kind of watched 2 or 3 episodes and I didn't watch any more. The main problem with watching stuff on Crunchyroll is, quite frankly, Hololive exists, and it's like I'm really more into Hololive than I am watching seasonal anime. Next up, how long have you been how long have you been playing Minecraft? I've been playing Minecraft for 2014, so what, 7 years? I'm not good at it. I've not even fought the Ender Dragon. Minecraft for me is just kind of when I want to just have a little some chill time. Usually I play with my girlfriend, and we'll just play it from time to time and just kind of like just relax and chill with it, I suppose. So what next up? Do you read real books? Yes. Konosuba needs what? Konosuba is no one. I'm very hopeful that Konosuba will get more episodes soon. What I've kind of felt with Kodansha is what they do is they focus on one of the Isekai quartet. So 2 years ago we had Tanya the Evil and we had Konosuba movie. So we had Tanya the Evil movie and Konosuba movie. The year before that we had Overlord season 2 and 3, and I believe Tanya was that year. Last year we had ReZero. This year we're getting Overlord. So I feel like next we'll get Tanya or Konosuba. Konosuba's now finished, so I think it's a good standard to just kind of get a big kind of thing. There has been word that they kind of don't want to do more Konosuba, which is kind of weird because it's like it's a huge seller. It's one of those ones where I feel like they didn't expect it to be a popular series and it was stupidly popular. So I kind of like jumped out and they kind of did the movie just to kind of appease people. But Konosuba's in a weird place at the moment. But yeah, I would love more Konosuba episodes. Another Tanya season as well. That was another one I would love to see more of. But saying that, I haven't even watched the movie. It's on Crunchyroll, or was it on Crunchyroll? What's your favourite anime original? Does Cowboy Bebop count as an anime original? Tiger and Bunny. Tiger and Bunny is definitely my favourite anime original. I do want to do a top 50 anime video at some point, because my top 50 manga is a lot different to my top 50 anime. With anime, I know I said before, I love series where I can just sit and relax, but anime I will definitely explore a lot more of the weird and the more out there and the more artistic ones. Manga, Monster Girls and Isekai and stuff like that. One thing though, I've got to admit, I don't know if I want to use this word because it might be kind of upsetting to people. I kind of feel like I'm outgrown shonen battle manga. I love One Piece and I love a lot of like stuff in Shonen Jump, but I'm reading a lot of titles in Shonen Jump and I'm just kind of just like about it. It's just like Jujutsu Kaisen. I started reading that. I got 10 chapters in. I was just like, I've read this before. Chainsaw Man. I love Chainsaw Man. Oh, thanks for popping by, Shay. Enjoy your weekend too. I'm looking forward to seeing what pickups and all that you do in your next haul. But yeah, I'm still kind of like, I don't know if I'm just kind of like fatigued with Battle Shonen or what. But like I said, I started reading Jujutsu Kaisen, and I was just kind of like, yeah, I'm not really into this. And again, Jujutsu Kaisen was what I started years ago when it was on the Jumpstart, and I just hated it. I hated. I honestly, I read it and I could not understand why that was kept. When the other two that was kind of were going on at the same time were a lot better. But I thought I'd give it a try, and I've given it a few tries, and it's just like, I'm just like, it's not for me. My Hero, as far as I'm concerned, My Hero Academia is finished. I'm really not enjoying this. I do like the new girl who's in My Hero, but in general, My Hero Academia just kind of ended when All Might's fight ended. Demon Slayer, I can take it or leave it. I do like Sakamoto Days. I'm really enjoying that. I can't remember what else. Marshall, didn't like Marshall. I read the first 20, maybe 30 chapters or so, then kind of just give up with it because I just wasn't enjoying it. I like Hardboiled Cop and Dolphin. I like Dr. Stone. I find that anything that's kind of like anything in Shonen Jump at the moment that's kind of not a battle shonen, like necessarily, it's got more stuff than that. I think I'm enjoying than just the pure battle shonens. Why is the zombie here? He's got a speed. Did he take that? No. I don't know why they were all hiding there. Yeah. No! It's a small child. Blue Box is good. Is that Blue Box the new one? I started reading that. It's again, I am enjoying Blue Box. Do you like Magu-chan? Magu-chan, no. That was another one. I read the first 10 chapters maybe, and then just kind of give up with it. I'm enjoying Roboko. Me and Roboko, I'm really enjoying that. I'm trying to think of what else that is that I'm reading. Is this a door? It is a door. I'm trying to figure what else it is that I've even read. Magu-chan. Elusive Samurai. I'm really enjoying the Elusive Samurai. Oh. Oops. Black Clover is really good. I really like Black Clover. I'll say I really like Black Clover. I like Black Clover, but I'm not gonna lie, I kind of forget week on week what's happening with Black Clover, so it's kind of like, it's one of those ones where I keep saying to myself, I'm gonna have to reread it, I'm gonna have to reread it, I'm gonna have to reread it, and then I just never do. This art has been going on forever, and I don't even remember half the stuff that's going on. But yeah, Black Clover is one of the few shonen battle manga that I'm really enjoying. I'm still enjoying One Piece. I don't really consider Dr. Stone to be battle shonen, but I'm enjoying. Well, Dr. Stone, quite frankly, is the best thing week on week at the moment. Like, it's not even as much as I love One Piece. Like, Dr. Stone has just been consistently good. One Piece is just differing far too much on stuff I don't really care about. What else? Golden Kamuy I'm enjoying week on week. It's the only series that I'm actually it's the only series that I'm actually reading by taking weekly trips to Japan. Do you think Yamato will join the Straw Hats? I certainly hope that they do not. I just don't care about them. So yeah, it's just kind of like Yamato. The problem is with Yamato, it's just kind of like I don't dislike them, but I don't really care about them. It's just kind of like, yeah, they kind of just exist. I'm definitely more on the Carrot train, to be honest, when it comes to joining the crew. Carrot, I feel Carrot has far more harmony with the Straw Hats than Yamato does. But for starters, interacted with pretty much all of them. But yeah, I've got nothing against Yamato, but I just don't really care about them. It's like they're just kind of there and they're just kind of existing. My problem with Wano is just there's too many characters at the moment, so I'm kind of like, I want to see more focus on the Straw Hats, so anything that takes away from the Straw Hats, I'm just kind of like, yeah, that's fine. Give me more Straw Hats. But yeah, Yamato's fine. Like I said, I just want to see Carrot join instead, to be honest. Have you read Jigaraku? Is that Hell's Paradise? I actually haven't. I really wanted to read Hell's Paradise Jigaraku, if that's what it is. But it went on the Shonen Jump, but it doesn't go. It's on the Shonen Jump, but it's not actually on the app. You've got to go on to like the desktop version of it. That's just far too much hassle. It's also the reason why I stopped reading what's it called? Thingy Triangle, the one by the one who does To Love Ru. Yeah, again, I enjoyed that. I really enjoyed that when it first started, and it's like I just got to a certain point, and I was just like, I can't be bothered to keep opening up another app for this one. Oh, I've got a torch. I don't look at any sticks. Always get some sticks. But it is on my to-read list, and it's one that I will read once it kind of. How shall I say it? Once Viz puts it on the app, I'll read it. I promise you. I mean the actual app, not the PC app. It's kind of annoying though. It's one of those ones where it's like I would happily pay extra for it, because this is what I don't get. I'm assuming it's something to do with Apple more. I'm assuming it's something to do more with Apple than anything else, like the likes of Golden Kamui and Hell's Paradise and stuff like that are not on the Shonen Jump app. Because I was just like, I'd happily pay £5 a month if it gives us all of Golden Kamui and all of the other stuff that's not on the app. Because then if you've got your own credit card, you should be old enough to read all of this stuff. Then I'm just kind of like, yeah, I'm just like, it just doesn't want to. It doesn't make sense. It just doesn't want to work. But my take on Kaiju number 8, I read it. I read the first few chapters, loved it, did a video on it, read nothing more. Kaiju number 8 is in an unfortunate predicament, the same as One Punch Man, is that I read all. There's a creeper there. I read all my stuff on Shonen Jump on a Sunday. By whenever Kaiju number 8 appears, it's like Tuesday or Wednesday, and it's disappeared. So yeah, it's not that I don't really want to read it. It's just I just forget about reading it. It's just kind of like that's just the way it goes. I say I'm very kind of weird when it comes to reading manga. It's like I've got to be in the right mood for stuff, and I don't want to read Shonen Jump like every day. So I usually keep stuff, and then I just forget about Kaiju number 8. I didn't like it. I liked the fact that it was an older protagonist, but then I didn't like the fact that it kind of like it moved towards being in a school setting. That kind of put us off a little bit with it, but I'm not going to say it's a bad series. I enjoyed it for what it was. Where'd that creeper go? That's there. It's going to fall into here, isn't it? Junji Ito's the new Lovecraft. Possibly. I don't really. Why have I got a carrot and stick? Come on. Come on. Meow, 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 meow. Come here. Come clear out some of this wall for me, please. Come on. Have you seen Polar Bear's Cafe? Nope. I've never heard of it. Thank you. No, I've heard of it. I think is it a light novel? I'm not sure, but I've definitely heard of it. But I'm not really sure what it is. Morning or night. Have you read Oshi no Ko? I don't think so. I'm going to Google it. Let's have a look. Oshi no Ko. No, I haven't. I've seen that. We don't have. Do we have this in English yet? No. No. No, I really want to read Oshi no Ko. So when I saw it, as soon as I saw it, I wanted to kind of pick it up, but I don't think it's got an English release yet, or an official one anyway. Let's take this roof out. Oh, I've got a shovel. Kodansha should do what Shonen Jump does. They do. It's called the Crunchyroll app. I'm seeing that. I just Crunchyroll still even use the manga app. A few years ago, like everything that Kodansha had, Attack on Titan, Seven Deadly Sins, and all of that were all in the Crunchyroll app. They even had Sunken Rock on there as well. There's a lot of stuff on that Crunchyroll app, but people just forget about it. So does Crunchyroll though, so it kind of bounces out. But yeah, if I remember, like I said, I'm sure Fairy Tail and Attack on Titan and all that were getting weekly releases on the Crunchyroll manga app. So I would recommend checking them out. They also do. They also do stuff like chapter. You can buy chapters and stuff like that on the Comixology and stuff. Oshi no Ko doesn't have a license yet, sadly, but it's doing well in terms of sales, and today our account sales recent both Akasaka works dominated the manga list. Ah, cool. Well, Oshi no Ko is Shueisha, so I'd imagine I reckon they'll do what they did with Spy Family. They'll stick it on the Shonen Jump app, and I think it'll do well on there. But yeah, as soon as it comes out, I'm happy to pick it up. There's a few others. There's a lot of Manga Plus that look really good, but I haven't read them. There's the Dentist manga, which I might read that because I am considering doing a video on medicinal manga. There's Tis Time for Torture Princess, which I actually thought was a spin-off to Torture Princess. Do you think Berserk should be finished by another man? I don't really care. I'm sorry, I respect the guy as much, but I'm not into Berserk. I've read one volume even, sorry. I really enjoyed the original anime. Personally, as far as I'm concerned, it's done with. So it's like I mean, at the end of the day, it's like it's kind of one of those things. It's like I don't know. It's kind of awkward because it's like, is it going to be truly his work if it kind of like if it's done by another person? And it's like, would people not just be happy with it ending and just kind of honouring his legacy? I think everybody's kind of opinion is different on it, but for me, I'm not a Berserk fan, so I'm kind of like, I genuinely don't believe I will pick it up at any time because it's like I said, it's not done. That was always my reason for not picking it up, because I wasn't going to invest in a series that wasn't going to be finished. But now, I mean, I could probably see it is finished, so I could consider picking it up. But no, in general, Berserk, I'm kind of like, I'm not really fussed if it's now ended or not, because I don't know. It's just one of those things. It's just kind of like, it's horrible. Like, well, it's like obviously it's sad, like what's happened, but I kind of felt that he wasn't. I think his interest in Berserk was kind of waning as it was. He was constantly starting like new projects to keep himself busy, and I think that Berserk was kind of like, it was one of those series where he kind of got so big, and I think it kind of was stuck with it. And I think I felt that it was kind of clear that he didn't really want to do. I didn't realise I had all of these. That he didn't really want to do too much more with it, but I might just be reading into that a little bit more. Yeah, it's just hard because it's like I said, I have zero investment in Berserk, so it's like, it's kind of like, what non-Japanese series should get an anime? Doctor Who. I would love to see a Doctor Who anime. I know there was a cartoon like years ago, but a Doctor Who anime would be really good. It would work really well as well. They just, it's just one of those ones that was just kind of like, yeah, it would just work fine. I would love to see Doctor Who as an anime. Because at the end of the day, you could do Doctor Who as an anime, and you could have it as a different Doctor, like anime only Doctor or something like that. And then you could also kind of like, I don't know, you could just do, you could do it, it could be its own little thing. It doesn't have to follow on from the TV show, and it's got enough to kind of just be its own little thing, rather than being kind of like tied down to, obviously, anything else. Because I think most series will have to be tied down in some aspects. So like Castlevania kind of had to be like Castlevania. Doctor Who, you could easily just do pretty much whatever you wanted with it. You could be you could do a lot with it, because obviously you could just have it as like standalone stories, or you could just have one big overarching story, or whatever you want to do. But yeah, I feel like Doctor Who's got, they could give it enough creative freedom for it to be quite a fun release. But that's just my opinion anyway. I'm trying to think of what else there is. I don't watch much normal TV anymore. Always Sunny in Philadelphia I've been watching. I don't know. Speaking of things that's getting anime, I will 100% be watching the Hololive anime, because that just looks fantastic. I was expecting so little of it, and that PV trailer, I mean, obviously I know it's the promotional trailer for it, but it's like, it just looks really good. Mistborn could do well. Anything kind of like fantasy and stuff like that, I think could probably do pretty well. I just can't think of anything off the top of my head, to be honest. It's just like Lord of the Rings. We're gonna have another Lord of the Rings anime. I was going to say Lord of the Rings is going to be good as an anime. I was like, Lord of the Rings should have another good anime. There's a cat here. It's like one of those things. It's like I never really think of stuff like that. It's just like, because it's like I don't know. It's like it's one of those things. It's like, even Castlevania, I like season 1 and season 2. I like season 1 of Castlevania, but I wasn't like amazed by it like a lot of people were. Game of Thrones, I don't think Game of Thrones needs anything more, to be honest. It's not bad. I just feel like they shouldn't touch Game of Thrones for a few years and kind of do something once it's all finished, maybe, if that makes sense. It's one of those things that's like, I don't know. It's too kind of like, if something gets an adaptation, I kind of want it to be something that can. Because the problem with Game of Thrones is like there's only so much you can do with it, and it's like kind of like, why have an anime when there's already a TV show which is pretty good? It just had a poor ending, what people said. But again, it's like, I don't feel like Game of Thrones would need an anime. It's just kind of one of those series where it's just like, yeah, it's fine as it is. But I don't see any merit of it having an anime, if that makes sense. It's like, if a series is going to get an anime adaptation, I feel like it needs to be able to stand on its own. I feel that's why Castlevania worked, because Castlevania was a franchise that was dormant for some time, and because obviously it got an anime, it got people's eyes on Castlevania again. I feel like some games might work better as an anime. I'm trying to think of a Cyberpunk. Cyberpunk would have been a brilliant anime. I know there was there one? I can't remember. But Cyberpunk would have been a brilliant anime. And this is coming from somebody who doesn't care much for CD Projekt Red as a whole. Like, I didn't even really like The Witcher much, but I would love to see it. I would watch a Cyberpunk anime. I'd watch a Red Dead Redemption anime as well. That's another one I'm just trying to think of Western games that I've played and would actually buy, like, watch as an anime. I'm just trying to have a look. Let's have a look. Tomb Raider. Tomb Raider as an anime would be great. I don't know. Fame Hospital. Let's get Fame Hospital an anime. That reminds us, I mean, talking about games and stuff. If I did play other games apart from Minecraft while talking about stuff, would people be happy with that? It doesn't necessarily have to, because I've used to play like Roller Coaster Tycoon and stuff like that, so I could just stick that in windowed mode and would play Roller Coaster Tycoon or something like that, because that is a fun game. I would see a Roller Coaster Tycoon anime, but we've got a Moggy Brilliant Park, and I can't really think of any other way you could kind of do like a theme park themed anime that a Moggy Brilliant Park did. Which is a very good series. I would really recommend checking that one out if you have not seen it already. What else is there? I'm trying to think of what else there is. The Crown. Let's get The Crown in anime. What else is there? Like I said, I'm really struggling to feel and like think of stuff at the moment. The thing is, though, really, it's like, if it's an American or a Western TV series, it doesn't really get an anime, it just gets a cartoon, doesn't it? So it's like, because I'm thinking of, like, because like really you could see it. Trailer Park Boys had an anime, but it was a cartoon thing, and I don't know anything about it because it looked stupid. I don't know much about Trailer Park Boys. I just saw there was a cartoon advertised for it for a long time on Netflix, and I was just like, I got so annoyed with it. you guys like to see as a series? That's the question. I'm trying to think. No, like I said, those are probably my picks. Like I said, I'd love to see Tomb Raider as a series. I would like to see more Tomb Raider in general. I don't even know what's the piddling around with that bloody Avengers game, aren't they? Shame. Shame we could have had more Tomb Raider. I actually like. You could have Uncharted anime. It's the same thing, really, isn't it? Apart from you've got a sassy white guy instead of a woman playing. I got a ball. Pew! 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 Hachama! Oh, speaking of Hachama, Akihato's getting an Android. I'm so happy. Honestly, I went on my lunch and I was just like, I'm going to watch something on YouTube. That popped up and I was just like, that was my day. That was my day. I was just like, straight away, Hololive Androids, all my money. They're getting all my money for all of those. Even ones I've not even watched, I'm more than happy to buy as many Hololive Nendroids as I can find because, yeah. Oops. Oh well. Oh, there's a chest. This will just be our little storage chest for up here for now. I don't know why I've got loads of fish. I can't remember what I was doing in this game before. Hachama chama. Yeah, we'll use that for something later on. Oh, that's cooked cod. Oh, we'll eat that. That's food. I'm trying to think of what else we could have. But yeah, let's go back to manga. What have I been reading this week? Oshimbo. Yeah, that's what it's called. Oshimbo. I got. Is Play Asia a good play? Play Asia's fine for figures. I don't really use them for figures. I used to use them a lot more. But years ago, I used to buy a lot of One Piece figures from them, and they were pretty good. Used to sometimes get figures like within a week. Yeah, they are. It's one of those things. It's one of those things. I'm considering doing like a more figure-related videos again. I stopped doing them because I think they kind of like they weren't doing really that well compared to like manga videos. But I do want to kind of go back to them, so I might consider doing some like where to buy figures and stuff like that. I am going to do it for some manga videos as well on similar topics because I'm not going to lie, I'm starting to get a little bit sick of seeing like people just recommend and write stuff for like to buy manga, and it's like if you live outside of the US, Right Stuff is a terrible place to buy manga. It is so expensive. So I'm thinking, I know a lot of people don't really know good places to buy manga in the UK, and I'm saying UK. I'm assuming there's going to be a lot of this stuff for the UK is going to work well with like other countries as well. So I am considering doing that as a video. I'm just making sure there's still some villagers alive. I am considering doing that. And same with the figures as well. I want to do some more figures because I'm not buying figures anymore. I've got a few Nendroids that I haven't unboxed, but in general, I just like talking about figures. I'm kind of that kind of like mood again. But yeah, that's just something to look forward to. So what else is people actually reading these days? I kind of like I don't know why. All of a sudden, I just kind of felt like I was really behind in terms of like manga. I know I'm kind of like, so when it comes to manga, I've kind of felt for a while I've kind of been on my own. I wouldn't say on my own. I'm kind of like that person where I'm kind of like, I'm just kind of doing my own little thing. I'm not really kind of like covering the same kind of series that everybody else covers. I'm kind of happy with that, but I'm interested to see what people are enjoying like these days, because I'm not gonna lie, whenever I go and talk about manga, I'm seeing like the same like 10, 15 series all the time. It's like everybody's just talking about Berserk, My Hero, Demon Slayer, Jujutsu Kaisen, One Piece. That's about it. It's just like, I just feel like it's like the same series over and over again come up, and I know they're the popular ones, but I'm like, it's like reading food manga as of late. It's like I've bought like 3 series, and I've started collecting 3 series off the bat of that, and I'm just like, I'm quite amazed, because it's like it's not like I'm kind of like, it's weird because like nearly every single one of them series I've picked up, when I mentioned them on Twitter, people are being like, oh yeah, I love them, and I'm like, okay, why is nobody talking about Restaurant to Another World? Spoiler alert, I'm expecting that to be a separate video as well, because I'm finding I want to talk about more series like that. I might do a video on the future of the channel, because I feel like I want to kind of discuss it with people. It's not like a kind of up for discussion thing, it's just a kind of a, this is what I'm thinking of doing in terms of the channel, because I'm thinking I'm gonna go and try and just do like bigger videos. But when I say bigger videos, I'm gonna do like more in-depth stuff. So for example, that one, the top 50 manga, took us about 3 weeks to do. It took us absolutely ages to sit and actually do that video. It didn't really do amazing in terms of views, but it did. It was some. What the fuck's going on there? But it is something that I can kind of see that I'm proud that I put that out, and I think over time the views on that one will do pretty darn good. Apart from that, I'm just kind of like, I want to do bigger videos. So for example, I had that what was it, where the one where I just kind of talked about manga collecting on a whole. That was another one where I kind of just like, yeah, it took us ages to do, but I was proud of it. I'm kind of getting to the point now where I'm just like, I'm not really enjoying doing like some of the videos that I was doing. So I'm kind of like trying to just mix things up a bit. It'll probably be unpopular. I don't enjoy doing hauls, but I feel like if you're a manga YouTuber, you've kind of got to do hauls. But I'm kind of like looking at more fun ways to do with hauls, rather than just kind of like, I bought these. Because yeah, I'm just like I said, I'm just a little bit bored of that, but that's just my opinion. But I've also kind of just stopped watching manga hauls as well. I kind of got bored when you kind of saw everybody buying exactly the same thing each month, and it was just like, yeah, everybody's bought My Hero Academia this week. I was just like, yeah. For me, manga hauls has always kind of been, I look to manga hauls for recommendations. So I get nothing from seeing people buying My Hero Academia. It's like, at the end of the day, it's no skin off their back if I don't watch it. But like I said, it's just like I'm not gonna watch a thing where it's just kind of like, and it's also the fact as well, there's so many manga hauls where it's just kind of like, Let's do it. I bought Delicious and Dungeon. Not read it. Don't know what it's about. But it's going into me manga haul. And I'm just kind of like, no. It's just like, why bother even doing a manga haul? It's like, I can understand if it's like volume 7 or 8, but it's like, if it's like 1 or 2, it's when people are buying like 200 manga and they're reading like 4 manga, and I'm just like, I don't really care what you're buying. I'm just coming here for the recommendations, and I can't take someone recommending this anything seriously if they don't read manga. It's kind of like, I'm sorry, it's like, I'm sure that this'll I'm sure this'll cause some like manga drama or something down the line. I only hear this sources like completely off the radar. No point showing off the latest volume of One Piece. I'm showing off the latest volumes of One Piece, but it's more the fact that it's like, if like some hauls I literally see and it's literally just Shonen Jump, and I'm just like, yeah, you read Shonen Jump, we all read Shonen Jump. I get nothing from that. And I like, at the end of the day, if someone wants to show off My Hero Academia and they want to talk about it, fine, I'm fine with that. Like I say, it's just kind of like, it's when you kind of like, I'm not getting anything of value apart from looking to see what somebody's bought, and I'm just like, I don't really care what somebody else has bought. It's one of those weird things. It's like, I'm kind of weird because it's like, I've never kind of like understood the appeal of hauls. But it's kind of like, I know as a manga content creator, I've got to make manga hauls to kind of be relevant. I've said for years, like, manga hauls have always been my kind of like lost leader. And kind of, I will do manga hauls to get people onto the channel to watch stuff that I actually want them to watch. It kind of worked for a while. I kind of screwed myself over with doing, at the beginning of the year, I did a lot of short gag videos, which I love doing. That's really screwed up my YouTube like algorithm and stuff like that. So now it kind of was just like, those videos did so bad because people like, I've got one, I think the video is like 1.5 minutes, and people watch like 1 minute and 10 seconds of it. So to me, that's like 80%. People are watching 80% of that. YouTube doesn't see it like that. YouTube looks at it compared to, say, my manga haul video, which might get 10 people watching for 10 minutes on a 20-minute video, or might be like half an hour or whatever, and they're just going, that video did crap compared to that, so we're not going to promote it. And I was like, that really frustrated us. There's some where I've got them where it's just like, I've got dedicated videos for stuff, and those videos are doing worse than other videos where it doesn't even have it in the like, for example, which one was it? I think it was one of me light novel ones. Like, you Google the exact phrase I use for it, and it comes up with like a manga haul from like 3 years ago, and I'm just like, okay, so it's like, are people watching that on the back of typing in that series? And it's not, because it's like, that's one of the keywords that's been typed into a manga haul, and that video does better than a 5-minute review. It's also why I've kind of stopped doing like smaller reviews, because I just found that they weren't beneficial to the channel. And it's a shame because I love doing them. I will be doing some. But I'm really much more now kind of like, I want to do stuff that makes me happy. I want to be kind of sitting there going, I'm proud of this video and stuff like that. So yeah, expect slower content from me, but expect, in my opinion, higher quality. I do have so I will still do I think like tomorrow I'm probably going to record my manga haul video. I was going to try and rush and put one out for tonight, but I'm going into town tomorrow, and I'm like, well, I'm probably going to buy manga, so I might as well just record it tomorrow night. I believe I'm due to do an anime collection. I'm well overdue the figure collection. For me, I haven't done one for like a year and a half, and I've recorded it like 5 or 6 times, and then I've just kind of just went, nah, can't be bothered with this. That's why I did the One Piece collection like last week. I was just kind of like, I kind of needed to get a video out, and I was just like, yeah, I've wanted to do this for a while, and I just thought I'd try something a little bit different. It didn't work. I don't even know what I'm building here. I've just converted a cave into wood. But yeah, like I said, in general, manga tubing, I'm just kind of like, I'm at the point now where I know that I'm not going to make a career out of this. So I'm going to be like, I'm just being kind of realistic when it comes to it, and I'm just going to be like, right, well, unfortunately, I'm not going to make a career out of doing manga videos and stuff like that. I'm just going to enjoy what I am doing, and I don't even look at like my subscriptions and views and stuff like that anymore. I'm just like, yeah, I enjoyed this, and I'm just kind of like, yeah, if people don't enjoy it, they don't enjoy it, do they? Having said that, I've not had like anybody. I have not had like many like negative things on my videos as of late, so I must be doing something right. I'll say that somebody in chat is be like, right, I'm going to type something nasty now. Who is the best Yotsubatsu character and why is it Fuka? I like Jumbo. I don't know, I don't really have a best character in Yotsuba. It's one of those ones where it's just like, I don't know, I just feel like you can't have a best character because everybody's so good. And that's the sign of a really good series is one where you don't dislike any characters. It's like, I'm saying that, it's like One Piece is my favourite series that I dislike a lot of characters in One Piece. But like Barakamon, Yotsuba, Silver Spoon, Space Brothers, Laid Back Camp, Gon Kamui. Actually, Gon Kamui, the only one I don't like is Ogata. But like, nearly, if you look at my top 10s, like nearly every single Dr. Stone, don't dislike anybody in Dr. Stone. Like so many, like, I feel like a sign of a good quality series is one where you love every single character and you really care about every single character. That was my issue with the Demon Slayer movie. I enjoyed Demon Slayer when it came out, and I read it and enjoyed it. Demon Slayer movie, I was like there watching it, I was just like, I don't care about any of these characters. Especially what's he called? The Flame one. Absolutely no reason to care about him. He's like, the movie was in like for 2 hours. And it's like, that's as much as we saw of him. Why should I care about him? It's like, he wasn't really interesting. He's just kind of he was kind of just stereotypical happy badass guy. He was just kind of like Ace from One Piece. He's very much like Ace, like One Piece. He likes donuts. Oh, huh, never knows that. Huh. What is it with fire characters and donuts? But yeah, it's like I said, it's just one of those things. So I kind of want to have an opinion from you guys. Have you enjoyed this stream? Is this something you would like to see me do more of? Because I usually do my videos on a Saturday, on a Friday night, and I'm considering, if people enjoy this, I'm considering doing a live stream where we just chill and talk about manga on a Friday night maybe, and then have the videos on a Saturday or Sunday, because I always release them on Friday, because for videos I kind of feel like that gives people the entire weekend. But then I'm kind of thinking, well, if it's on a Saturday, but that also means that if I can't necessarily get out a video, I can at least do a live stream, and then we can have a little discussion about manga and stuff like that. So I want your guys' opinion, what you think of this, if this is something that you would like to see more of, and I will consider doing more. I will consider it because, like I said, the algorithm isn't very good with it. For example, you will see, getting back to the video before, I did the video where people watched it for 1 minute 10 seconds out of 1.5 minutes. I thought it was good. YouTube didn't think it was very good. But if you do a lot of live streams, YouTube factors that in as well. So if I did a live stream every week and I streamed for 2 hours and loads of people watched it for 2 hours, then my normal videos, which might only be 20 minutes and people watch 10 minutes, when people just go, well, it's actually doing really bad. Oh yes, we'll not promote that. So it's kind of like one of those double-edged swords. So, but I think I might do this because I have enjoyed doing this today. I think I'll give a little bit more of a like an announcement. This was like literally a test stream. I set it up and I didn't realise I'd started streaming until I kind of until it popped up and I was just like, oh right, well, we're doing a stream now. So I think I'm going to do that. If I do, I'm going to try and get a little bit more to it. We'll try and get a little bit more fancy and stuff like that. But yeah, I will make a poll. I'll make a poll for it, and I'll ask you guys what you'd like from me in terms of content, and if you'd like to see more of these or not. Also depends on who's streaming as well. Get 2 of these. Nah, I think we'll finish this wall. I'm getting warm and I want to watch TV. I want to watch some anime. I don't know what I fancy watching. It's like I've been. Oh, there's iron behind here. That's the thing. This is the thing with me with anime. I've got so much anime to watch, but I don't know what I fancy watching. And that's usually puts us on. Actually, I tell a lie. I missed the collab stream on a few days ago. I missed the collab stream between Kali and Watame and Kiara and Yofi. So I think I'm going to watch that tonight because I was really excited for that. But it was the same night as Demon Slayer, so yeah. Manga as well. Don't know even what manga I've got. Elmer's Office Lady Diary, I think, is the one on my desk to read. Do You Love Your Mum and 2 multi-title attacks. Started reading it on Monday. I've like read 10 pages. My light novel to be read list has died since starting my new job. I do not have time to read it anymore. And it's a new job, so I can't exactly bring interspecies reviewers or Do You Love Your Mum and 2-hit multi-target attacks into work and read it at my desk. That will cause some concerned stares. Not that I'm really ashamed of it, but it's like, yeah, if I'm going to start weebing out, I'm going to have to start weebing out with something a little bit more safer. Right, well, I think I'm going to call it for today. So thanks very much for everybody who's dropped in. Thank you very much for everybody who has stayed around for the very end. It's been a pleasure talking to you all. I'll try and think of some more topics for next time we make this. I might make a list of things I actually want to talk about, and maybe do a Q&A. Maybe I tell you what we'll do. I'll review everybody's manga collections, but not like other people. I'll review it based on whether or not you own copies of Yotsuba. If you don't own Yotsuba, you're not getting a 10. You're not even going to get a 5. No. I'll try and think of some things. Like I said, I'll put a poll out and see if people want interested in more live streaming. If they are, I'm happy to oblige and try and set some time aside for it. Even if it's not, I might even do like a Monday night or something, or maybe like Wednesday night, or we'll do some. Actually, maybe not Wednesday. That's usually when anime comes on at the cinema. But we'll sort something out, because I think, like I said, I've enjoyed doing this. So yeah. Right. Well, that's it from me. Thank you for coming. If you did enjoy it, can we get likes and subscribes and stuff like that on here? I don't know, but yeah, well, I'll see you next time. Thanks for coming, and thanks again for staying.